21 years ago, in this courthouse here in Mineola, a man stood trial for murder in Freeport. And today, that same man stood behind a judge in the same courthouse and was set free. The judge dismissing the case against Joseph Jackson after he served 23 years behind bars, saying that witness statements that should have been turned over to his defense attorney all those years ago were withheld, were improperly held back, and had a jury heard from those witnesses, they may not have convicted him. So Joseph Jackson walked out of this courthouse a little while ago. He spoke with the news media. He said the first thing he wants to do is hug his wife, see his children, and make up for a lot of lost time. Here's what he had to say. Fresh air, freedom, how does it feel?
Feels great.
Can you tell us what you're feeling right now?
I'm having a little anxiety. It's kind of hard from being, having your freedom snatched away from you, and then they're giving back to you by the grace of God.
24 years you've been waiting for this day.
Definitely 24 years. I've been telling them I was innocent all along, but I couldn't find an ear to believe me except my attorney. And, he worked diligently to get me out, and I'm grateful for that.
When you got the word that today was actually happening, what were you thinking?
I haven't slept in like a week, so I'm exhausted. I want to see my grandchildren, my children.
How many children do you have?
5.
You have a lot of life to catch up with, right?
Yes, I do.
What do you think how will you spend it?
I just want to be surrounded by family right now, see my mother. I haven't seen my mother in like 5 years. I'm a little emotional right now. You got to excuse me.
Are you angry that you gave up these decades of your life?
No, I'm not angry.
What are your emotions?
I'm just like in turmoil right now with the difference between right and wrong because of the things that were done to me, but I'm not bitter. Everything is in God's time. You can't rush things, When you learn the lessons that you need to learn, God will make a path for you. And He opened the doors for me, and I'm grateful for that.
How old are you now?
47.
Jeez.
What's the first thing you're going to do when you get home?
Hug my wife.
Your children were born before you went in? Or?
Yes,
So
and
how
one
old
while
are
I
they
was
now?
in.
And while you were in?
Yeah.
So you.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Carolyn.
So how many children do you have now?
5.
And home is Freeport still? Or
No.
Where's home?
Rockville Center.
Okay.
Can you just explain sitting in your cell for that long, knowing that you didn't do something? What are those years like?
They're grueling because I went through a lot of different experiences while I was in there. I saw a lot of things. I saw people get hurt, people get killed. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard. You never know when it's going to be your day.
And what was your life when this all happened? You're working as a security guard, I guess?
Yes.
Can you tell me more about what was going on in your life back then?
Well, I had like an adolescent frame of mind. I was running the streets, ripping and running, but I was trying to make the right choices because I just brought children into the world. And I was working as a security guard.
And you were just snatched into this case that you say you had nothing to do with?
Yes.
Were you living in Freeport at the time?
At the time of my
At the time of
incarceration?
this yeah, when you were incarcerated.
No, I was living in Hempstead. Yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, tomorrow you're going to wake up in a bed, out of a cell. What are you most looking forward to besides hugging your wife, just in life?
I can't even imagine right now. I have to take it one day at a time.
Is there anything else you'd like to say we didn't ask you? Anything at all?
No, I just want to say I'm sorry for the loss, the people who lost people, and I know it's hard, man, but I just want people to know that I'm innocent. I never committed the crime. I was blamed for it.
It was Jackson himself who filed a Freedom of Information request and was able to find out that these witness statements were withheld in his case. The district attorney advocated for his release. They say they do not believe these statements were intentionally withheld, but it was an error in his case, and justice demanded that he be set free. Online, on air, and on Long Island, I'm Carolyn Gusoff.